One Piece, Oda reveals divine techniques to bypass the immortality of the Holy Knights. One Piece's Elbaf arc has been relentless when it comes to big reveals, and now, with the recent chapter, big battles as well. Oda hasn't dropped the ball even once with this arc, and fans are absolutely delighted with the direction that he's taking with Elbaf. With the main antagonist of the arc now being revealed in Imu, it's going to be incredibly exciting to see how the story progresses and how the Holy Knights are beaten. Thankfully, Oda has already revealed a new concept of power that can counter even the immortality of the Holy Knights, the Five Elders, and potentially even Imu themselves. How the Holy Knights are immortal. 1. Imu grants immortality to people. 2. Gaban can counter immortality. The Holy Knights are known to be immortal beings who cannot die, no matter what. Fans saw their immortality properly in the battle between Robin and Summers, and even before that, when Usopp attacked Gunko. It is clear that the Holy Knights are absolute monsters who cannot be beaten easily. The fact is that even a Yonko such as Luffy cannot counter the immortality of the Holy Knights, and as such is largely useless against them. This is where Scopper Gaban comes in, as seen in One Piece chapter 1148, and then One Piece chapter 1149, Scopper Gaban is incredibly powerful and he can counter the immortality of the Holy Knights. He's an absolute beast who stood on the same footing as Roger. I'm short on time right now, let's save the talk for later. Scopper Gaban? Gaban was seen making quick work of Summers, and this is because he's incredibly powerful. The secret to how he countered the immortality of the Holy Knights lies in the technique he used and the very interesting naming behind it. In Japanese, the technique that Gaban used is called Futenraku. The technique is based on a Buddhist term which basically refers to celestial music played by divine beings in heaven. Interestingly enough, the closest English translation for this technique would be Divine Axe Symphony. What's even more interesting is that just like Gaban, his captain, Gold, Roger, also had a similar technique. In his case, the technique was called Commissary or Divine Departure. Why divine techniques can counter immortality? Divine techniques hit the soul directly. The concept of divine techniques is very interesting in One Piece, and they're far different from any other attack that fans have seen in the story. Divine techniques are special in the sense that they don't just hurt the body of the target, but also the soul. For instance, Gaban's Futenraku cut through Summer's body and soul, and he couldn't regenerate. Similarly, when Roger used Commissary on Odin, he didn't know what hit him. For instance, Gaban's Futenraku cut through Summer's body and soul, and he couldn't regenerate. Similarly, when Roger used Commissary on Odin, he didn't know what hit him. There's gonna be too much damage. Shanks before knocking out Kid. The users of divine techniques. Gaban, Shanks, Roger, and Joy Boy are the confirmed users so far. So far, fans don't know much about the divine techniques of One Piece, but a few users have already shown the ability to utilize them. Gaban used it against Summers. Meanwhile, Shanks used it against Kid and Roger used it against Odin. Emeth most likely did the same thing with Joy Boy's Haki and Egghead. It is also possible for there to be other means to do soul damage in One Piece. For instance, soul damage could be achieved by using Brook's Yomi Yomi no Mi and even through Big Mom's Sara Sara no Mi. For now, not too many characters have shown this power, but it goes without saying that fans will definitely see Luffy and many more characters use this ability soon. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thanks a lot, Luffy fans.